everyone, it's Majenta from Supplyframe's DesignLab, and we're so excited to be in Italy to visit our friends at Arduino just outside of Milan for this special edition of Detoured. As home to some of the most iconic brands, Italy is no stranger to good design, but they may not be the first place you think of when it comes to manufacturing electronics. We can't wait to see how Arduino applies this rich history and craftsmanship to their production line. Turin, located 2 hours west of Milan, has an extensive foundation in engineering and manufacturing from Olivetti to Fiat that continues to this day with Arduino. We talked to Arduino CEO Fabio Violante about the state of Arduino in the world of rapidly changing technology.
Probably unique because it's one of the few startups that really changed the world. There is a lot of people in the world that do crazy stuff with Arduino, ranging from small educational projects where people can just learn electronics and programming, and also in the professional market there is a number of users of Arduino. So the fact that Arduino is open source, the fact that there is a large community, makes it very, very unique. I think one of the key mantra in the company is to make things really simple for users.
Big companies use a lot of Arduino to make prototypes, for example, and now we are trying to push that branch of the market in order to be really present in there, selling our products in large quantities to big companies and just to be confined to make prototypes.
Earlier this year, we teamed up with Mouser and Arduino to hold an engineering competition that drew hundreds of entries from around the world. The winning team from the Franco-Danish School of Copenhagen built an innovative educational robot.
The Dark Side Challenge is about teaching children how to combine machine autonomy with human decision points. The actual interesting question is how much can we automate, how much can the robots do for us, but where and how little can humans do, and which type of decisions do the humans need to take. The place has been amazing. It's an experience of a lifetime. I know we live in our cities and we don't see where the things come from. And here they actually able to see how you start with a PCB and it turns into a full Arduino board or different Arduino boards. And understanding that things are being built somewhere is actually an important learning.
Daria, head of operations at Arduino, walked us through the factory and laid out each step that goes into every Arduino board. Hi. Hey. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
We're here with Daria, who's the manufacturing and supply chain manager for Arduino. And could you tell us a little bit about this facility?
Yeah, sure. This is one of our main manufacturing centers. We have 4 manufacturing centers. This factory works as tool manufacturing, and we are really proud to say that we have 99% of our production made in Italy.
How many boards do you manufacture here a year?
On a monthly basis, from 60 to 80,000 a month. Okay. But actually depends more or less on the seasonality, right. Actually.
Which product.
Exactly, and then also on the kind of board, because according to lead time of the components and to the testing phase, which is a little bit the bottleneck of the production chain, we're able to speed up, increase the manufacturing if needed, or sometimes there are some constraints that we cannot go over.
Right. All right, let's check out the rest of the place.
The process starts from here. So here you can see the panels of PCB. Each panel has from 10 to 12 figures on each panel. And here the operator places all the PCB to start the process. So the machine takes the PCB, and so the machine positions the solder mask on the panel. And the solder mask is needed then later to let the components solder on the board. This machine is called pick and place. So here we have the feeder, and the operator places the reel of components, and then we have a robotic head that takes the components from the reel and places it on the board according to the program that we place in the machine.
How much drop-off do you have? Would you say how many boards do you lose in the process?
We are like on an overall rate. We are below the 0.01%. Which is really low.
Yeah.
Well, there is a quality check of the PCB before entering the process. Then there is another quality check there, and then we have the testing and programming. So if we have any defects, it's usually really on a small batch because we do many quality control.
Yeah, you check throughout the process, right? Okay.
So after pick and place, the PCB panel goes into the oven. So there are different sections with different temperatures. We call them heaters. And so the panel goes through the oven, the different temperatures, and all the components get soldered. So this is how they come out. Careful that it's hot. Yeah. And so as you can see, we have all the components assembled. And here we have the last phase of the process called SMD. Every 10 panels, we take one panel and we check it there in automatical optical inspection. So there is the camera that scans the device, and according to the images that we have uploaded in the machine, we can detect the defect that we might face. So here, before I was telling, we source all the components. So actually, these are all the components that we source for the factory. There we have a wave that is called molten solder wave. It's made of tin, silver, and copper.
And I heard you saying that like this is, you don't ever stop this machine, right? Because it...
Don't stop it, but we let the molten cool down a little bit. So like if we talk about the Uno, which is the classic board, we can reach up to 4,000 a day. Okay. Yeah. So here she's doing another optical inspection.
Okay.
And here we have the testing and programming phase. And so this machine does the functional testing, so check that all the components are working in the proper way. Testing and programming is actually the last phase of our production flow. From here, the boards go to our warehouse and they start their road to our distributors and clients. And that's it.
All right, well, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet you.
My pleasure.
That's a wrap for Turin. We had an amazing time checking out the Arduino headquarters and manufacturing facility. We want to give a huge thank you to Mouser, Microchip, and of course Arduino for hosting this awesome competition. We learned a lot and we really hope you did too.
You gotta get the high five. All right, you ready?
Give the high five.